Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute. I'm sorry. Things have been absolutely crazy and I truly appreciate everybody's support. If my energy is screwed up, then, you know, like ethically I can't get a good reading when my energy is all screwed up. So my energy has to be top notch, especially with the intuitive and empath energy that I take on other people's emotions and then my own emotions and then those emotions mix in. So I just, in order to give quality readings, I've had to chill quite a bit. So I apologize, but thank you so much for your understanding. I'm going to jump into the love reading for you for February. Please like, share, subscribe, and all that. This is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. And then also you can check out, if you're cross-watching especially, you can check out the other person's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus if you happen to know it. The Mars sign as well. If it resonates with you, it's meant for you. So we'll just go with that. I'm going to go ahead and put out these rest of the cards and we'll see what's coming through for you. Okay, so right off the bat, the first card that we have with you is the Three of Pentacles. I don't know if some of you have been dealing with a third-party situation. It could be dealing with an entirely new venture, learning from the bottom up, like starting over again. It's kind of that energy, or like relearning a way of either thinking or communicating or working. It could be like a new job or something like that, but I feel like this is an energy that comes through as kind of interference. So there is something interfering with a connection here. That's what I feel like is coming through there. Then the next card that we have is the Page of Swords. You may be dealing with an air sign. You could be dealing with an earth sign as well. With the Page of Swords, it comes through to me as kind of like maybe there has been a history of some pretty harsh words or some cutting remarks. It could, because the Page of Swords is kind of a reckless energy. It's all logic, or it's incredibly logical, but it's almost immature logic to the point that it's like in your face. It's kind of overdoing it, or like, okay, we get it, you think you know what's up, like we get it. But it's also this kind of cutting or harsh energy. It can be very abrasive energy. And then the next card that we have is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is an energy just like on the opposite end of the spectrum with the Three of Pentacles, which is kind of like this apprentice type energy, or relearning something, or a new way of learning. Mastery is the Eight of Pentacles. It's once you've reached that mastery of the skill, or being able to build to a point of success. So I feel like it could be that there is a situation where there has been either a third party cut out, or somebody drew a line and they're saying, I want to work and I want to try and build this. It could be that kind of an energy, or it could be that somebody is willing to build even after there has been a setback. But I feel like this is an energy where things start moving steadily forward. The next card, though, that we have for you is the Eight of Swords. So somebody's very, very blocked in their head about something. It could be, it's kind of like they're feeling trapped, but it's almost like they're creating their own prison. Or you can see she's not really trapped. She's not really in imminent danger. She's not even really tied to anything. She's not tied to the chair. She's tied to herself. Her arms are tied, but she could literally stand up and walk away. It's just that she's blindfolded. So the problem here would be somebody who's kind of not seeing a way through something that does have a way through it, but it's very caught up in their own head. Something has taken over a lot of thoughts here. Now here underneath the Three of Pentacles, what's interesting is we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is an energy that's, it's like the beginnings of a goal, but it's a long-term goal. This Page of Swords up here is it's a faster moving energy. It's more reckless type of an energy, because this Page of Pentacles is a steady energy. It's a reliable energy, and it's going where it says it's going to go. So it could be that there could be even, I don't know if there's children involved too. It could be that there's some kind of issues going on with the kids. could be some contention maybe, or trying to build a family and it's creating a lot of stress. That could be what's happening. There's also this energy of, you know, it could be that you're literally dealing with two different individuals, and that's where this Three of Pentacles comes from. It could be that there's an air sign, so like a Gemini, an Aquarius, or you've got a Libra, or you can have an earth sign, so you'd end up with a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. So it could be one of those, but then the very next card that I have underneath the Page of Swords is the Temperance card, and that could be representative of a Sagittarius. The Temperance is calling for balance, though. And what's interesting, because the Temperance speaks about moderation in all things, it's kind of that ultimate, like, centered energy, where I can handle anything, because when I'm in this point, I feel invincible. I feel powerful. It's being who you truly are at the core, like what the spirit truly is at the core. So it's an energy where it's capable and confident in its capability. This Page of Swords, though, is a reckless energy and is kind of impulsive energy. So I feel like underneath this Page of Swords, that's what this Temperance is calling for, is calming that reckless energy, calming that. It's almost like somebody could be know-it-all type energy too. And it's calming that and bringing things into balance where there's more of a cohesiveness. These pages are so separate, like in their energy. The air energy is way up here and the earth energy is way down here. Fire is right in the middle of that, but that's exactly what's happening. Crazy. Yeah, fire is right in the middle of that, which is Sagittarius is a fire sign, but that is right in the middle of this Page of Swords that's air and this Page of Pentacles. And that's where they need to meet in the middle. And I feel like for you, Pisces, it could be that literally it's like there's a combination of these people or this person or this energy that needs to be reached. And I don't mean like literally combine people, but I'm saying that this is what it's telling you that you need. You need a balance right in the middle to match you where this balance is. This Temperance is a very optimistic but balanced energy. So it could be that it's saying, it could be that it's literally telling you maybe you need to look for a fire sign, which is interesting because water and fire are so opposite. But you may have some fire or air or water or earth, in your chart that complements this energy, because the next card that I have is the Moon, and it's right under this Eight of Pentacles. And the Moon here in this position definitely comes through to me as you. Although I will say that it does come through as confusion and perhaps something hidden. It's like, because it's right under this Eight of Pentacles, which is something that's been worked really hard on. It's like working really, really toiling to become a master at this. And it's like there's something that's not being seen, or something that's not, it's like hidden. I don't know why that's coming through, but there could be even some deception there. This energy definitely comes through, though, too, as you. It's calling you to pay attention to your intuition for sure. Because the next card that we have here is the Tower. Now, it's right under this Eight of Swords, which is this air energy, too. So it could be that there's something going on in maybe an air sign's life around you. There is this Tower, though, is, the Tower is never enjoyable. Something gets shook up and it's completely shook up. And it's kind of like, almost like it's saying that somebody almost manifests this Tower because they're so focused on it in their head, because it's right under that Eight of Swords. So let's clarify and see what we come up with, because that would be... Please clarify this Three of Pentacles here for Pisces for love for February 2018. What is this Three of Pentacles about here for Pisces? Okay, we got one. The Eight of Wands. So it could be that there was a third-party situation, or it could be that there was a situation as far as work or an apprenticeship that popped up, but things happened very quickly. There was very, very fast movement, fast communication going on. Maybe somebody found out about a situation and things just rapid fire, like it changed so fast. Please clarify this Page of Swords here for Pisces. It could even be, too, that somebody had to literally leave for work, like leave for an apprenticeship or something too. They could have had to travel, but I do get that something happened very quickly, and this Page of Swords kind of like cut it to the quick. Please clarify this Page of Swords here. Okay, we've got a bunch of cards falling, but only one turned over, and it's the Lover's card on top of this Page of Swords. I feel like there has either been a very hard line drawn with somebody saying, I will not tolerate this, even though I know that we have this soulmate connection, this very, very strong connection emotionally. This is also representative of a Gemini, and it's on top of this Page of Swords, so it may be a Gemini, very well a Gemini that you're dealing with. But this energy comes in as somebody who is like thinking with their head, almost overthinking with their head, or acting recklessly over this energy of like that spiritual connection or that soulmate connection. It's like somebody, I know that that's what it is, but logically their pride is stepping in, or almost their logic is taking over and not allowing them to pay attention to that. And I feel like something has happened very, very quickly there. Please clarify this 8 of Pentacles here for love for Pisces for February 2018. What is this 8 of Pentacles about here? Please clarify this 8 of Pentacles here for Pisces for love for February 2018. What is this 8 of Pentacles about? Ooh, okay, we got one. The Fool card. The Fool card on top of this 8 of Pentacles. What is interesting about this Fool card and strikes me right away is that he's not even looking down like he's looking up at the sky. He also looks like he's kind of a snob, which is weird for a Fool card because usually, I mean, he does have ragtag clothes on, but it's kind of like this devil-may-care attitude, but it's on top of this 8 of Pentacles. I feel like that's somebody who's paying way too much attention to one side of their life and not any attention to the other side, and that has created either a third-party situation or a problem where you basically have to start from the bottom or relearn. This Fool card is an energy of, it is a leap of faith. It is somebody who's like wiping the slate clean, but on top of that Master card, it almost feels like things are taken to ground zero real quick. Like almost back down to zero. Like we worked so hard to build this, and then all of a sudden you're going to act like, you know, all of a sudden. I just feel like it says all of a sudden. But it could be that there's a leap of faith required regarding somebody's business too. Again, if there is an apprenticeship going on that somebody has left for, it's this leap of faith that it's calling for that will lead to this mastery. I do feel like that's coming in because somebody could definitely be chasing after their passion as far as the career goes, but this isn't a career reading. I just feel like that has something to do with maybe somebody's relationship coming through. But here I get this definite energy of almost like we've worked so hard for something, and somebody's looking like or acting like they're willing to just throw it away real easy, or they did something that kind of proved to you that they were willing to throw it away real easy, or it seemed that way. Please clarify this 8 of Swords here for Pisces for love for February 2018. What is this 8 of Swords about here? Please clarify this 8 of Swords. On top of the 8 of Swords, yeah, we have the Knight of Wands. So somebody's acting pretty flighty or being kind of, like they'll come in and act with all this passion and like say everything that you need them to say or whatever. They come in offering this, you know, this bouquet he's got, but then he's going to be gone just as quickly, and he's messing with your head. Like I said, it feels like things go from 0 to 60, 0 to 60, 0 to 60, back down to 0 every single time. Please clarify this Page of Pentacles here for love for Pisces for February. Okay, somebody flipped over, so who is it? Okay, so on top of the Page of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Swords. The Five of Swords is an energy of like an unfair victory. It's kind of one of those things where it's like nobody really wins, but somebody was doing something or aware of something that was kind of like a game changer, or if the truth had been known, it would have been a different story. I feel like with this Five of Swords on top of this Page of Pentacles, again, it could be a child that's involved, but it could be that there are opposing, like you may have an earth sign and a fire sign, and one of them is willing to pretty much do or say anything to win, and the other one might be messing with your head, like back and forth and back and forth. That could be two completely different people too. But I feel like it's this energy of somebody has a long-term goal that they're pretty much willing to do anything to accomplish. This is an at all costs type of a card. It is typically an overbearing type energy. It's really difficult to keep the positive side of that at all costs, but that's what this Temperance calls for, is that balance of recognizing that you must not lose yourself while you are chasing whatever the goal is or whatever you've set your sights on here. Please clarify this Temperance card, or not letting it consume you. For Pisces, for love, for February 2018. What is this Temperance card about? Please clarify this Temperance card for Pisces, for love, for February 2018. What is this Temperance card about here for Pisces? What is this Temperance card about here? Okay. On top of the Temperance card, again, we have this Two of Pentacles energy. It may be that there is a fire sign who is literally juggling you and another person. That is very possible. However, I don't get that message when it's on top of this Temperance. It's possible, because I do know that there are some behaviors, like that it could be representing that flighty behavior of a fire sign or a Sagittarius. Not saying that they necessarily are flighty, but they can be. And so as far as this energy is, it could be that you're being balanced between two people. But I also feel like, again, this is just reaffirming this Temperance, saying that you need to balance. Like something is taking over or consuming you. Something is taking up a lot of space or having you blocked in your head. And you need to balance that out. This is calling for moderation and balance. And that's in all things, including your thoughts, including the energies that you're putting out. Like you have the power to control the thoughts that you have and to be able to put a stop to them and move to another one. And it's very difficult, but with practice, it's very, very, very possible. And that can change everything. That can change the dynamic of everything, because thoughts are very, very powerful things. Please clarify this Moon card here for, okay. All right, so two popped out for you. We have the Empress and we have the Five of Pentacles on top of the Moon card. When the Empress with the Five of Pentacles is on top of this Moon card, I feel like there may be a miscarriage involved in some situations. Please be very careful. However, on top of this, it could definitely be, this Moon card is an energy of, again, it's like, it's very, very strong intuition. It's very, very focused intuition, and the sun is right around the corner, but the moon can also be an energy of hidden things or deceitful things. The Empress is an energy of, she's basically the mother of the tarot. Now, she does represent abundance. She does represent creation and life and giving life. It could be that somebody's intuition is definitely screaming about a situation, though, because even here in this Empress position here, I have to say it because I'm seeing it, and this Five of Pentacles, there could be a pregnancy or a child involved here. Even if there is another third-party situation, it could be that there's a pregnancy that's either found out about, or a child that is found out about, or a child that is perhaps lost. And I don't even want to say that, but I say that to prepare so that there are steps, or things may be more careful, or perhaps controlling this energy, because I feel like, again, that's what this advice is, calling into balance. Somebody could be even stressing themselves to the point that they are endangering perhaps an unborn child or something like that. Now, that's not to blame. That is just to say, be aware. Be very, very aware of the balance in your life. Be very, very aware of taking care of yourself, because that's very, very important. And on top of this moon card, which is your energy, I do feel like it's saying that, Pisces, you need to take care of yourself. You need to balance this. There is a lot that's going on that's affecting you. I definitely see that there are some very strong emotions involved and very strong passions involved. There's a lot that's happening very quickly. But this is calling to maintain that balance, because there is this energy of sadness that comes because something doesn't build or come to fruition, or be created as it is hoped to be. Please clarify this Tower card here for Pisces. All right, so on top of the Tower, we have the King of Swords. So I feel like this King of Swords comes through as somebody who's controlling or a tyrant. And I feel like when I say tyrant, when the term tyrant comes through to me with this King of Swords, it's somebody who's behaving so out of their own character that it seems like a tyrant to you, because it's completely different than everything you ever thought they ever were. And it's on top of this Tower card. Now, that could be indicating that somebody is going through a very, very hard time and using nothing but hard logic to navigate it. This could be somebody who is not very sensitive to you when things start to hurt or fall apart. And I feel like this is, again, why this balance is being called, to get yourself into balance, because somebody's not going to be there for you when you need them for something. This is coming through as when something doesn't happen or pan out the way that you want it to, and this person is kind of being an asshole about it. Like, he's not being there. He's kind of just sitting there in his chair and being a dick. And I hate to say it that way, but it's right on top of this Tower card. And if it's this Gemini, I know that y'all are soulmates or whatever, but I don't like that. I don't know. It could be either or. Granted, it could be either or, Pisces, so I don't like that either. But I'm just saying, somebody I do feel like is in a position where they start acting out of character or behaving very flighty and not dependable, and it throws you out of whack to the point that it could be very damaging to you. Because this Tower, I feel like, is dependent on, and this pain here, or the disappointment here, is dependent on this balance, or maintaining this balance. Because I feel like if you can rein that in and stand in your own strength, then this destruction can be avoided or minimized. Because it can also be somebody swoops in, like the King of Swords can be somebody who swoops in to help in that situation. It's somebody that's firm, somebody that's strong, and somebody that's powerful. And that somebody is using their logic when you may be falling apart emotionally. So that's something that could be very, very positive on this outcome of it. But let me know what resonates with you. I am glad to be able to speak with you, and I will speak with you soon.